welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hailcom, an empath, and today's video take 2. The second video today. I got, when the spirit's in ya, you are so moved, and I am moved, so I am behooved to do a video times 2 today. Yep. I'm Mary's son, and I feel the fire, and it's freaking fiery outside, man. I'm staying inside. I got the, we got the heat-resistant blanket up blocking the sun, It's like 94 degrees outside right now. Ambient air temperature, according to whoever. The technologies that be. It's freaking hot, that's all I know. But managed to keep it around 81 in the house, and we're okay, It's, people get sick when they keep it like freaking 76, 78, get all cool, and you cool down your core, and then you go outside, and it's the greatest temperature difference, the greatest extremes that cause the most reaction. Like, for example, if air conditioners remove heat, it removes the heat out of the ambient air, and people think it like cools the air mostly, and that ain't the reality of it. It removes heat. So like if you were to put get an ice tray of water and use boiling water and pour that in there and stick it in the freezer, it's gonna freeze up quicker than room temperature water. It is, because it's the greatest difference, and so a lot of times people keep them all creature comforts, instant gratification, keep the AC on, keep it all chill, so you don't get agitated, so you don't get, your temper doesn't flare, and then you go outside and you freaking instantly sweat, and then it's that difference. That's why people get freaking summer colds. They do it to themselves, Because I know this. I don't get sick very often. I had a cold I've been sick once in like the last 20 years, maybe 2 times, but all in all, I'm pretty healthy. Now when I get sick, I'm a big freaking baby. You can be for sure of that. I'm incapacitated. I'm down and out for the count. When I get really sick, I'm like, my hair hurts sick. I know that people know what that I mean, because I'm not the only one, because people have made that, I know what you're talking, when you're so sick, your hair hurts. Yeah, that's pretty freaking sick, but I know how to stay pretty balanced, diet-wise and energy-wise, so it doesn't happen very often, Made some notes, because I got some ideas today. I haven't even meditated yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. Nope, that's not even the right page. Turn the page. I was like, what? Today is April 26, 2018. What happened on that day? You think you know someone? Oh, that's when I found out that my rising sign was Cancer in Vedic. Yeah, or something like that. Anyway, let's stick to today. I was watching some Selena Gomez. She's 26. Okay, let me take this back a little step. We give us tells. One of the purposes of what I do here is try and teach people that we have something called an Akashic record, and that basically we give ourselves a map legend of things that are for us and not, our energetic field is gonna want to do what's best for us, and it's gonna, ring a ding, red flag, waving bells, warning, Will Rogers, abort, when you don't have a good feeling about something. So we tell us what they are. When I was a little girl, I used to say freaking that popsicle, he's in prison now at 81 for being a pervy freaking controller, taker of power through pills and medication. Now he's in prison. He's gonna die in prison. Anyway, I don't want to get too dark and dirty there, but when I would see that man when I was like 2-3 years old, I'd be like, he has bad eyes, he has bad eyes, he has bad eyes. And as I get older, we meet people, like attracts like. Oh, they remind us of people that are for us or against us. Everything they wear, somebody's for us or against us. This, to me, this is my trademark. I like wearing this shirt. It looks like a heart from a distance. Because love, people lied with the word. They'd say, I love you, but I feel like they didn't. And then they acted like they didn't because their actions did not support what I thought people should do that loved other people. You don't hurt and harm other people and try to take their power from them and make them smaller to make yourself. You don't do that. So to me, this looks like a heart. Damn it, I don't know, right? Because I've always been up here. Whoopee! So this is excitement because it makes me think of when I got I electrocuted myself a few times as younger version of me trying to figure it out. So I say, I tell people what my tells are for people that I'm leery of. Like I don't trust dudes that wear pleated pants. Well, one of the tells that I have for people that are like me is a wonky pinky on my left hand, And it was funny because every now and again, like when I watch tarot card readers, the ones that I'm most in alignment I found is that they got a wonky pinky, or anyone, musicians, and I found another wonky pinky, and I've been a friend for her. She's a nice young girl, Selena Gomez. I would like to meet her one day. Same, because she has a wonky pinky. I watched an interview with her and Jimmy Fallon last night. She's a good sport. Ate peppers, I'd eat peppers. Whew, you're reminded of that heat a few times once it goes in your mouth, stomach, and I'm thinking about you and Jimmy for that segment. She's a good sport, and she's got a wonky pinky, and and musicians, they're so important with like attracts like. We all share the same consciousness. That's why musicians are so important with their music, because they help you resolve those hurts, because they're resolving their hurts through the therapy of creating that. And I identify with Selena because, she like attracts light, and she relates to people from the heart on emotions. So when she does her, going through life stuff, we're all just trying to figure it out. Her level of stardom, of bright shyness is congruent to how many people connect to her. That's a wide vibration in like the bandwidth, her connection, her spark. That's why, big musicians, when they're consistent. Some people have their spark and it kind of burns out, like a shooting star, 15 minutes of fame or whatever. But, some musicians are consistent because they know about how the depths of the darkness and the pain is, and what they need to do, hopefully, to keep it balanced. So I thought that was really sweet. I like that she's going to help a lot of. She already has helped, because people talk about mental health, and it's everybody. There is nobody that isn't affected by the health of the person's mentality that is in the same room with them, So this was another little interesting thing I was thinking about. I come up with ideas and I just speak on them. I don't believe that there's any way to ever 100% verify if something's going to be all the way true or not. So I was like, that's interesting. So I like to play what if. So in the spirit of the what if, I was thinking of when I was because it's hot out, right? And it's a hot, muggy that reminds me. And I used to play outside a lot as a little kid. I'd rather be outside than inside. I'd rather be outside than inside today, but I would just it's too hot. Unless I had like sprinkler to jump through, and I don't have that, and I'm not doing that. So, but I was thinking of these lizards that lay in the sun, because there's an article about some girl that killed her boyfriend of like back a couple years back, because she got stuck in the idea about lizard people, and I believe in all things are possible and all things possible universe. So I get why people, I might not have the same idea of thinking as them, but I get why they get the wrong idea. I could see how, people are impressionable. That's why there's marketing and politics, So you'll believe crap that's not true. You'll just eat up anything, right? Unless you learn to to decipher. So, and this young girl evidently did not learn to decipher, and her consequences, her story. But what it made me think of, that whole, maybe there is there probably, we live in space, and people have been around. There's no account to registering history. I mean, every scientist that says how something is, it's based on the information that they have, and because you're not ever going to get all the information about any subject. It's all guesses. It's all speculation. Hearsay. So here's my hearsay, I say. So there's this, like the lizard, like royalty. They have the blue blood. But that's easy to misconstrue. When I look at my veins, it's green. Like tattoo ink, right? My veins are green, right? But there is a lizard that I used to learn about lizards and stuff, because lizards and reptiles creep me out, and snakes, stuff like that, but they're their place in this world. So I love them just as much as I love anything I love. I don't really like them, so I love them because I don't like them. Yeah. So anyway, they have blue bellies on it, right? They had the undersides of them were blue bellies, like lizard, blue belly lizard, right? And there's that storyline with royalty, and they live forever because, they just keep rejuvenating themselves because of their blue blood that's related to reptilian, Draco, whatever, whatever stories you want to believe in. I know that all these stories exist, so I just speak on them in a general way. So, and then I was reading about the blue lizard, and I just thought it was interesting that they are indigenous to the California, Oregon, like eastern or western side of the nation, which is also incidentally more blue in political values too, with like the governors that are the powers that be, that keep creating more and more division with all the money that they keep paying themselves and making more homeless people. People don't understand how many people are homeless that fucking have jobs. They just can't afford the prices that other people set to feed the other people's egos. They can't, people can't keep up with trying to make other people feel important that really feel tiny inside. It's also too much, so they just go live in tents and stuff because it's easier than giving somebody $3,000 for, something that you're working 4 jobs to live in, but you're never there because you're always working to keep it. It's freaking weird. So, all these, that the states that are blue are native to where the blue lizards live, and it's just interesting. Now, I don't believe in anything 100%, except not even myself. They're still questionable because I have ego. So my ego could bring things up, and ego tells me to do stuff that isn't necessarily in my best interest or the collective. It's what's best for me, and that's a good measure that I use about when other people are telling me about them. How much are they doing stuff for themselves? And how much are they doing for other people? And if it's balanced and whatnot. But that's all I got. Tucker's back there snoring away. Hope you have a rad night, evening, whatever time it is in your world. Time ain't real. Have a rad day. Peace.